guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Emily and today is our month 7, month 8, and month 9 update on myself and baby Lucas. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified of all the latest here at EP Life. And without further ado, let's go. So there is definitely a gap in terms of these updates. This update, once again, like the previous update, is very, very late. I just feel like every single time I'm ready to be consistent and get on camera, something happens. I am filming on my new camera, by the way. I feel like it's been a long time. When I'm filming this, it is the weekend before Halloween. I'm hoping to get this video out by Halloween, if not very close to it. Anyway, part of the reason why we've been gone for so long is I have not had a computer to edit my videos because I was out of work for some time, which we'll get into that in a second, and I had plenty of time to sit and edit and get all these videos out to everybody, and then I go to turn on my computer and I'm like, the computer wouldn't turn on. I lost some data, but not too much data that wasn't able to be recovered from the cloud. I got my computer back from repair very quickly, so kudos to the individuals responsible for that. It needed several parts. It needed a logic board, it needed a battery, it needed a whole top row, like it needed a whole tune-up. I'm just grateful it wasn't wet. I'm grateful I didn't have to pay. This is why you pay for insurance. Like, I'm just grateful. But enough of that. Let's just get on into what's going on with baby Lucas. So baby Lucas now, when filming this video, is 9.5 months old. This video is going to be 7, 8, and 9. And I think the next video is going to be 10, 11, and 12. And then my baby boy will be 1 year old. He is thriving, everyone. He is eating tons of new foods. He's still on purees. He has now 2 teeth. He has 2 teeth, which is incredible. I found them totally by surprise. One day he wasn't feeling well and I was like, let me give him some baby Oreo. And I was like, oh my God, there's teeth. He had his first trip to Coney Island at 7 months. Well, our first trip as a family, not his first trip. He did go with his grandparents to Coney Island. He is definitely more alert now. Him and Nala have such a great relationship. They are buddies. Like, I have footage of Nala playing with her toy. Speaking of Nala, hey girl, hey. We're home alone, so she's absorbing us being home alone. David is at work and Lucas is at his grandma's. So we are filming this video while we have the opportunity. So we had our first family trip to Coney Island, which was awesome. Lucas now has 2 teeth. I'm trying to think, what else new is he eating? He's eating mixed veg, garden veg, squash, corn and sweet potatoes is a big favorite of his. He loves every kind of fruit. I think the only fruit I haven't tried yet is prunes, but he loves pears, peaches. I think he's had something with apricot in it. He hasn't had orange yet. He hasn't had anything from, he hasn't had oranges. I don't want to say citrus family, but he loves apples, he loves bananas, he loves strawberries. He's a great eater when it comes to fruits and veggies. You see me trying to groom my cat here, right? At the same time, I gotta get her. There's an update for her too, which I'll get into in a bit. Brain fart. Lucas has a little bit of like a meat aversion. So what we did was, our doctor had told us around the 7, 8, 9 month mark that it was okay to start introducing meat. We were told that it's okay to make him a soup, blend the soup, start giving it to him. We were told we could start introducing things like eggs, things like that. And as a new parent, I was a little reluctant because at the time when the doctor said this, Lucas had no teeth. Lucas recently got the 2 teeth. Now, I made the soup, but I also made the soup for David and I. So I made the mistake of adding celery, carrots, noodles, seasoning. So in the process of making the soup for Lucas and blending it, Lucas threw it right back up. It was definitely too much on his stomach. I'm only sticking with beech nut right now. I'm dabbling into Gerber. I'm mainly using Gerber for snacks. Like, Lucas is a big fan of the teething wafers from Gerber. He loves those a lot. He also loves the Happy Baby ones. He's definitely a snack boy. Still on formula, still on hypoallergenic formula. Tried the beech nut meat baby food. The kid hates it. Like the kid hates it. And I got to a point where I started to get concerned, and I partnered with his pediatrician because he also got this little rash. If I have a picture, I'll insert it here. He got this rash on his neck that it would flare up occasionally on multiple sides. Good, she left. On multiple sides. And the doctor gave us cream, and it would go away and come right back, and go away, come right back. So I took him to the doctor for that. And I also had a conversation with the doctor in regards to meat, and he said it's something like, do not give him the baby food one, it tastes horrible. Give him your meat, just don't put any seasoning. So that's something I have to get around to trying. He is 120% active. I want to say he's army crawling. He did crawl at my mother's house. Now, he is crawling here, but he's a very cautious crawler. So he'll crawl a little bit. If he's not feeling confident, he just pops himself up. He won't really be too adventurous in terms of the world of crawling. It's definitely affecting his sleep. You know, usually give Lucas a bottle, put him in bed, bada bing, bada boom, he's out. Nope, he's sitting up in bed. He's trying to pull himself up on the playpen because we live in a one bedroom. I don't have space, so he doesn't have a crib. He has a playpen. I think eventually I'm going to have to transition to a crib, only because I feel like he's getting too long for the pack and play. Like, I feel like I'm on borrowed time. I feel like it's something he could play in, but I don't think it's something he could sleep in. So the rash is gone. The doctor gave us cream for it. I think the problem was we stopped doing the cream too soon, and it came back. But the rash went away. Meat is still a challenge. In terms of veggies, like, I really, really didn't think he was gonna like green veggies. He's eating spinach, he's eating zucchini, he's eating peas as long as it's mixed with something else. We tried pouches for the first time during this time. He doesn't really have the concept of sucking from the pouch, so I've kind of just been squeezing it into a bowl and giving it to him. I would love to give him pieces of things to gnaw on, but the doctor said I really need to wait until he gets 4 to 6 teeth. He definitely loves fruit feeders. I fill up his little popsicle thing all the time. He is all over the place in terms of crawling and sitting and propping up. He is on the last level of his jumperoo, which means it's on borrowed time. His grandmother got him a walker. He's not fast and furious in the walker, but he's starting to get the hang of the gestures, and bless Nala's soul because he's putting Nala through it. And then I think it's, according to the timestamp on my phone, I think it's September 15th. This happened. I can't tell you how many times we practiced Mama. I know it's easier for them to say, but listen, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that they came out, because at this age, obviously, speech is a big milestone. Everybody's dada, so it's funny. The other night, he wouldn't go to bed, and he has this thing that he throws spit bubbles all over the place, and he was in his bed, and do you see this? Two under 5. So he was blowing spit bubbles in his bed, and I'm like, Lucas, like, stop spitting. And he goes, Dada! Like, you know, like, he's very much getting into a little bit of a toddler phase. Like, he's trying me a little bit, not in like a crazy way, but like, if you tell him no, or you take something from him little by little, he's crying, or he'll complain, or he'll do like a fake cry. he definitely suckers David. Like, he suckers David so bad. And the thing is, I know he's gonna be a mama's boy, but when it comes to his dad, murder. Murder. Gets away with murder. So he's had trips to Coney Island. He has had, we went apple picking and pumpkin picking. That video should be out soon. He kicked butt. It was his first long commute on public transportation. It was his first time ever on public transportation. I believe so. Aside from an Uber, I think that's his first public transportation ride. We went apple picking, we went pumpkin picking, we had a great time. He went to the Central Park Zoo for the first time, and that was awesome because he did fall asleep in the children's zoo, which was kind of funny because it's like, the part that's for you, you're gonna fall asleep. I woke him up. Don't judge me. I woke him up. I can't go to the zoo often, and I wanted him to experience the animals walking past him because the way he stares at Nala. But he loved it. He is the happiest baby. Like, he doesn't complain about anything unless he's tired, unless he's hungry, and even then you have to be super, super late with the food for him to complain. Like, he's the happiest boy, always smiling, all gums. His milestones are coming up so fast, which is crazy. As a mom, it hurts, but there's just this sense of pride to it. It's like, oh my god, like, my baby, like, he's getting so big so fast. Speaking of food, the doctor had a conversation with us in regards to transitioning away from formula because Lucas was declared a not lactose intolerant, but a lactose sensitive baby. That's why he's on hypoallergenic formula. Lucas, the doctor said I should try to introduce yogurt so he can have those probiotics instead of giving him the probiotic like drops or like supplement in his bottle. And he said to try yogurt with whole milk. I tried the Stony Brook organic baby yogurt, the plain and several flavors. He loves all of them and has had phenomenal reactions to them, which is nothing. Happy, everything is flowing the way it's supposed to, we good to go. So the doctor said little by little we should start introducing whole milk an ounce at a time mixed with the formula, which is, it's so scary, but at the same time it's like, wow, like, my baby, you know, he's growing so fast. There's like mixed opinions about it in regards to his brain development, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, David and I are not necessarily in a rush to do it because we want to make sure we finish out the formula that we have. Because I could give it to my pediatrician's office, but nowhere lets you sell formula. Like, no, there's no, with this formula shortage, Marketplace, Poshmark, OfferUp, nowhere is letting anybody sell formula. I had a bunch of Enfamil that somebody gave me, and I sold it because Lucas couldn't have it. By the grace, I was able to do that to help somebody in need that needed formula with the shortage, but it's like, in terms of myself, I am doing okay. I'm still adjusting to life as a mother, finding time for myself, finding time with my husband. We are blessed to have childcare for Lucas on weekends and on demand because his grandparents are just so crazy about him, but it's just so hard to find time to be a parent and have everything in order for your son, have everything in order for your house, and still be an individual with needs and wants and hobbies, and also be a partner and be a spouse with wants, needs, and hobbies. You know, it's very hard. David and I are finding that all of our days off, we're busy, and our days off, sometimes we don't have Lucas and we're still busy, you know? So we're just trying to find a balance right now. Like, we're okay. It's just a matter of finding that balance. Like, I try to, like, for example, everything involving Halloween, with the exception of Lucas painting his pumpkin, is done already. Because that's including his costume, pictures, all of that. And you guys will get those pictures in another video, probably the month 10, 11 video. But I did all of that on purpose just so we can actually enjoy our Halloween without running around all over the place. In terms of myself, a very crazy thing happened to me at the beginning of October, and I'll insert that here. it finally got me. It finally got me, and I knew, and I'm not taking it lightly, and anybody that's sensitive to it, I'm not being humorous about it. It's just so crazy how it happened. I started to feel under the weather shortly after we went apple picking and pumpkin picking. And it was cold that day, and I was out there with no jacket on, you know, trying to take pictures and vlog, do it for the vlog. And I felt a tickle in my throat. So I was like, let me be proactive. Let me, you know, take vitamins, take supplements, juice, cleanse, do everything I need to do. And the night before I had to go to work, it was a Wednesday night. I remember perfectly. I took a test. I'm putting my hand back here so now it won't bother me. I took a test and it said negative. Thursday morning, I had to get up. I had to go to work. Lucas was still sleeping. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up feeling worse. And I was like, how did I do all of these things? Juice, immunity booster, vitamins, emergency, cough syrup. How did I take all these things and feel worse? Something told me to take a test. That thing was so positive, it was gross. And I just couldn't believe it. And I was in so much shock that I started to cry. Because I remember the day before, I took Lucas's 9-month pictures. And I think it was his 9-month pictures. And I was all in his face. Look at her. Look at her. She knocks on this camera. I'm a killer. I bought this, oh Jesus. I bought this ottoman for me, and she's convinced that it's hers. She wants my hair tie. Maybe I could get her to leave. Success. So, I caught COVID, and I caught it really bad. Really bad. I couldn't smell or taste anything. I didn't have a fever, but I had the runny nose. I had the cough. I still have the cough, unfortunately. I'm no longer testing positive, but I still have the cough. And as an asthmatic, I will tell you, it sucks. I'll feel like I'm choking, and it'll always be a time where I have no water. And I work with people all day, and I talk to people all day, and it'll be mid-conversation. Who wants to be around somebody coughing during this time? And it's just, the minute I tested positive, I was like, okay, I've been exposed. My son has been exposed. I called my mother right away, and I was like, come get Lucas. Come get Lucas. Because it's, again, I'm blessed to have that option. I know a lot of people don't, but I just, with COVID and flu and RSV, I really don't want to take a chance when it comes to him. But I'm feeling much better. I just still have the cough. During Lucas's 8-month, we also celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary. We also celebrated my 31st birthday. We went to Long Beach. It was our first trip after baby. There is a vlog about it. I'll insert it here or here. It was definitely much needed. We had a great time. It's definitely somewhere we want to bring Lucas in the future. Now that we know he does pretty well with public transportation. You just have to be prepared for him. Update on Nala. Nala is doing a lot better. She gave us a scare last week in terms of peeing, you know, in and out the litter box. In and out the litter box, wasn't doing anything. But it's because for 2 days I gave her dry food, and because she chose to choose violence and not go the way she was supposed to. I'm like, yeah, she's not getting dry food anymore. I give her a sprinkle of dry in her wet, and even in her wet, I'm adding water. I'm still paying her bill. We are okay in terms of finances, but man, this inflation. Like, I mentioned it in my life update video, and the more I think about the inflation, the more it pisses me off. And I just keeping my head above water, one bill at a time, one struggle at a time. I don't care how well off you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care whether or not you chose your animal over your child. If you know, you know what I'm talking about in regards to my 2 videos ago and the individual I'm talking about. the inflation's hitting you one way or another. It's just hitting you. And the money that I was able to stretch before, I'm stretching less. So we are doing the best we can. Update on the house. So I'll try to take pictures and insert it. So we got the city involved in regards to our apartment. We got the property manager for our complex and our area involved. One of her secretaries made a trip to our apartment to see the leak themselves and see how bad it was and measure the wall. They were putting this reader on our wall, and the reader was instantly going like bad, bad, bad. And the person that was with her, the repair person that was with her, looked at her, and I saw him say, he was like, yo, this is bad. So with that being said, the same person that we fought with 4 different times that came to the apartment in regards to scraping the paint, in regards to being concerned about mold, came to our apartment to scrape the paint because now that the leak is actually fixed, update on that. The person upstairs, because our, sorry guys, now there's hairs everywhere, so I keep touching my damn nose. Because the person 2 floors up owns their apartment, they were refusing to fix the issue. They didn't want to pay. But because the building manager got the fines from the city, they just went in and was like, sorry, we're going around you. We're not going to continue to get these fees. So they fixed the leak. Now, above my bed, above my hallway, in my bathroom, all the areas that needed to be scraped got scraped. Now, this past Tuesday, which was October 25th, somebody came and they inspected the walls to see what work needed to be done. They provided us with a dehumidifier to help the walls internally dry faster so somebody could come and patch up the walls. So I'm hoping, David has not called in regards to somebody coming to patch up the walls because the next couple of Mondays we're crazy busy. Like for example, I have Halloween, I have a photo session for Lucas, I have a physical, then I have a Monday to breathe, which is the Monday before Thanksgiving, and then David has his physical. And the reason why it's like, oh, you guys have your physicals, what's the big deal? Because if one has their physical, the other one has to stay with the baby. So it's kind of like a thing. Which I may not do, because right now he's at his other grandmother's house, and I'm sitting here on pins and needles hoping it goes well because it is his first time. And if everything goes great, that's gonna be huge for Lucas because that's somebody else that can watch him, somebody else that knows him, and I will not have to worry about options in terms of childcare, especially if I'm in the city, because my parents are not in the city, but it'll be beneficial because I work in the city and so does David. Aside from that, let's talk future videos. We are definitely doing Vlogmas this year, but we're doing it a little differently. So I have promised Vlogmas, I feel like 2 years. I started my channel December 2020 with I think 1 Christmas video. Then I attempted to do Vlogmas last year, and then I fell and went on bed rest and then ended up having Lucas early. So Vlogmas did not happen. What I am going to commit to this year is I am going to do the 12 days of Vlogmas. So you guys, from December 13th to December 25th, you will get a video every day and upload every day in regards to Vlogmas. Now, I'm going to be 100% transparent. Some of this footage is going to be filmed in advance because I'm itching to decorate my house for Christmas. It's going to be very nice. It's my son's first Christmas, which is definitely a milestone in and of itself. Am I being taken? Okay. So, I think that's the goal. That's the goal. I am doing everything I can to commit to that. I love Vlogmas. I love Christmas. And this Christmas is going to be a whole other level of special because it is Lucas's first Christmas. It's our first Christmas as a family of 4. And it's going to be really special. We have a lot of great things coming your way. And I'm so excited to share them with you and share my family with everybody. because I think with everything going on in the world, all the bad, we could use a little bit of good, and the holidays just, for me, they just bring that feeling. And then shortly after is my son's first birthday, and I am not okay. I am not okay with how fast he is growing. I am okay with the fact that in this update, I can honestly say, I'm trying not to cry. I know my son. And what I mean by that is, when I first had Lucas, and this is something I've only shared with one person, and that is David. When I first had Lucas, I was not sure whether or not I was going to be a good mother. I knew that I was going to take care of him. I knew that I was going to do everything I could to protect this little boy that I brought into the world. But I'm so protective of him now. And sometimes that could be a good thing, and sometimes that could be a bad thing. But I'm so protective in everything I went through to get him here. And if you've been on this channel for a long time, you know that David and I had a very tough loss in 2020. And it hit us very hard. And we were in a very bad place in terms of hope for another child. And we were blessed with Lucas so soon, shortly after that dark time. And I still grieve and hurt over my loss to this day. Here she comes again, bro. She's gonna be like this all night because we have the house to ourselves. I still grieve to this day, but I will say that I really feel like it was for a reason, because I feel that Lucas was meant to come when he did, and him being in the stage of life that he's in now, I know more of our bond. If you're a mother, I feel like it'll make the most sense, because I feel like only a mother can understand that, and that includes for a mother. I feel that I know my son. I know when my son is upset. I know what's going to make my son happy. I know what my son wants, what makes him tick, what makes him laugh, what makes him cry, what scares him, that doesn't scare him. Like, a lot of people don't know my son is scared of N95 mask. A lot of people don't know that my son needs a blanket on the side of his face to feel secure, to go to sleep, along with the blanket covering his body. My son can't sleep in a room that's above 70 degrees. 70 degrees is your cutoff. You know, so I just feel sad that he's growing so fast, but at the same time so happy that I have this little person in the world that I'm an advocate for, that I know more than anybody I've ever known. And David and I have been doing everything in our power to rise above hardships, to be there for Lucas. And I'm just so blessed and so happy to have such a strong, supportive partner that loves me and loves us and loves our family. And I just can't wait for Christmas. I feel like it's going to be such a great Christmas for all of us, including this pain right here. Your gift is your medical bill. No. I think she's going to get a bed for Christmas. I don't know what to get Nala. I don't. You guys can barely see her because she's like burrowing in my leg. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for now, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified of all the latest here at EP Life. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Nala, could you leave me alone? Go, 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 bro.